Good evening, my name is Nima Nazerian and today I will be speaking about the effects of stress. I put together a PowerPoint slide representation, and if you take a look at the picture on the first slide, there's going to be a man, and he appears to be stuck in traffic and he's overly agitated. Now, we've all been there in that same position at one point or another, right? Allowing the stress of the situation to cloud our judgment and get to us. But how many of you knew that by doing so, you were also silently killing yourself? Yes, that is true. The term silent killer is not a myth, and it's not the #1 nickname for stress for no reason. Stress has many different negative effects on the body, and it is responsible for a lot more than what we may know. Let's talk about what other negative effects stress can potentially have on you. Did you know that stress can result in weight gain? When you're stressed, a hormone called cortisol is released, and once that happens, your body responds as if you were in danger. So for example, you're waiting in line at a fast food restaurant and you're running very late, and the person in front of you is taking a very long time. They're just taking their sweet time ahead of you. Clock's ticking, you start getting nervous, and the stress begins to kick in. So once the stress kicks in, cortisol is released, so your body starts reacting as if you were in danger. So what that's going to result in is an immediate shift in your metabolism. This shift will result in a significantly lower metabolism, which will allow your body to gain a lot more weight at a much faster pace. Stress can also lead to poor eating habits that can consist of skipping meals, forgetting to drink enough water, and even overeating. I myself have found myself plenty of times, stressful about a big test coming up or any other given situation, and I'll be craving a big bucket of ice cream. So that's very true in that sense. So now that we know that stress can give us a belly as large as Santa's, let's talk about the effects it has on the brain. Now, according to lead psychiatrist Stephen Gans, stress can affect both short-term and long-term memory. It is not uncommon to find yourself becoming more forgetful, especially if you stress often. Dr. Gans states that this is a part of the reason why Dr. Gans also states that this is also a part of the reason why trauma victims sometimes have a very blurry recollection of the events that transpired. It can also be harder to learn while stressed. Because the information isn't being properly stored and the short-term and the long-term memory is affected, the overall effect of your learning experience will also be altered if you enter a learning environment while under the duress of stress. So, next time you're about to walk into a class or any type of learning environment stressed, take a deep breath and try to relax, so you're not wasting your time and you're really absorbing that information. Stress during pregnancy also lowers IQ levels. Vivek Glover, lead researcher at Imperial College in London, states that we found that if the mother was more stressed while she was pregnant, the baby scored significantly lower on the mental development index. Dr. Glover also states that higher levels of cortisol in the womb will result in a lower baby IQ at 18 months of age. So that means when the mother is pregnant, she has the baby in the womb, say she's going through a very hard time in life and she's being stressed and the struggles of life are raining down upon her, that's going to have an immediate effect on the baby in the sense that when he is born, his IQ will be lower. Interesting, very interesting. So it's evident that there are seriously some negative effects associated with the silent killer. How can we combat it? Laughter is our best medicine. According to geriatric medicine specialist Dr. Hunter Campbell, laughing naturally lowers stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. So by doing so, your body is given an opportunity to combat this stress. Dr. Campbell also states that laughter also boosts our immune system while doing so, and increases positive endorphins produced in our brains. So, all while you are being stressed, if you think of a funny moment or just begin to laugh, your brain is going to start producing these positive endorphins that are going to be able to negate the stress in a timely manner. Laughter is one of the best stress relievers because it increases the intake of oxygen-rich air, it stimulates your heart, your lungs, and your muscles, which are all three very important organs, and it ultimately combats and relieves stress because it releases positive stimulants and it releases the negative ones. So cortisone, for example, cortisol, that's the number one substance that stress is responsible for releasing, that's going to be diminished and the more positive endorphins are going to be produced. So laughter is the key to medicine. Is a key medicine, excuse me. Okay, now let's summarize. Let's be honest here. There's no running away from stress, and there's no hiding from it. Due to the struggles of life and the difficulties we all face as humans, sometimes stress will find its way to us no matter how hard we try to avoid it. But it's important for us to become educated about the situation and become aware of the negative effects it has on our bodies. So, the next time you're sitting behind that red light and you feel your fists begin to start clenching and you feel your temper start to rise and that stress start to kick in, take a deep breath and think of a funny moment in your head. Something positive, something that brings you light and makes you laugh. The negative effects of stress will put you to the test, and it is up to us to put it to rest. Thank you.